Welcome back to our channel, fellow travelers. Today, we have an exciting topic to discuss that often confuses many globetrotters: tipping etiquette around the world. In this video, we'll provide you with a comprehensive guide on how to tip like a pro during your international adventures. So, let's dive right in. Understanding cultural differences in tipping. Before we embark on our journey to different continents, it's important to understand that tipping customs vary greatly across cultures. What might be expected in one country could be considered unusual or even offensive in another. So, it's crucial to familiarize yourself with the tipping practices of your destination beforehand. Tipping in North America. Let's start our journey in North America. In the United States, tipping is customary and an important part of the service industry. As a general guideline, it is customary to tip around 15 to 20% of the total bill in restaurants, cafes, and bars. Additionally, it's common to tip hotel staff, taxi drivers, and tour guides. In Canada, tipping is also expected. However, the tipping percentage is slightly lower, typically ranging from 15 to 18%. It's customary to tip waitstaff, bartenders, taxi drivers, and hotel staff. Tipping in Europe. Moving on to Europe, tipping customs differ from country to country. In the United Kingdom, tipping is not as prevalent as in North America. In restaurants, it's common to round up the bill or leave a 10% tip if the service was exceptional. Tipping taxi drivers and hotel staff is also appreciated. In France, a service charge is often included in the bill. However, it's customary to leave an additional small tip for excellent service. Rounding up the bill or leaving a few euros is sufficient. Germany follows a similar practice. Tipping in Asia. Let's explore tipping practices in Asia. In Japan, tipping is not customary, and can even be considered rude. Instead, a simple thank you is appreciated for the exceptional service provided. In China, tipping is not common. But in high-end establishments that cater to international travelers, a small tip for exceptional service is appreciated. In India, tipping is customary in most situations, such as restaurants, hotels, taxi rides, and for tour guides. Tipping in Latin America. Now, let's head to Latin America. In Mexico, tipping is customary, and the standard tip ranges from 10 to 15% of the total bill. It's also common to tip hotel staff, taxi drivers, and tour guides. In Brazil, tipping is not mandatory, but it's appreciated. A 10% tip is customary in restaurants. And it's common to tip hotel staff, taxi drivers, and tour guides. Similarly, in Argentina, leaving a 10% tip in restaurants is expected. Tipping in the Middle East. In the Middle East, tipping customs vary as well. In the United Arab Emirates, a service charge is often included in the bill. But leaving an additional tip for exceptional service is customary. Tipping hotel staff and taxi drivers is also appreciated. In Saudi Arabia, tipping is not a common practice. However, in upscale establishments, it is customary to leave a small tip for excellent service. Tipping in Australia and New Zealand. Down under in Australia and New Zealand, tipping is not mandatory. Service charges are usually included in the bill. However, leaving a small tip for exceptional service is appreciated as a gesture of gratitude. Tipping on safari in Africa. Lastly, let's talk about tipping practices on safari in Africa. Tipping guidelines can vary depending on the country and lodge you're visiting. It's best to research and understand the specific tipping customs for your safari destination beforehand. Typically, it's customary to tip guides, trackers, and camp staff to show appreciation for their exceptional services. And there you have it, fellow travelers, a comprehensive guide on how to tip around the world. By respecting and adhering to local customs, you can navigate tipping situations with confidence and show appreciation for excellent service. Remember to research the tipping practices of your destination before your trip to ensure a smooth and respectful travel experience. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more travel tips and guides. Safe travels, and remember to be generous with your gratitude, fellow adventurers.